How's that rumble?
It's looking... Where'd it go? There it is. We good.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What a night. What a show. I have brand new things working out. Turns out on YouTube, Stover, get this. I don't know if I told you about this yet. On YouTube, I didn't know this, but if you schedule a live stream, there's an option for it to start and stop automatically with the starting and stopping of your streaming software, which is what we use, vMix streaming software. Now I don't even have to touch that. So Rumble.
And it works?
Yeah, it looks like it works. It said, I went over to it, said end live stream. So I'm assuming it's working. I would feel like a real dum-dum if it's not.
That's based.
Like a real dum-dum. What's been going on with you? We missed the Wednesday show because of the new show, Underground America, on Murder the Media, Splorf TV. New show coming out on Wednesdays at 7. Did you happen to catch that, Stove?
I caught the beginning.
Let me ask you this. When did you stop watching?
When waifu said I needed to help her with dinner. So
that's a polite way of you saying when they started talking about Catholicism for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
No. I watched most of the show, and I just noticed somebody else was commenting on that, and I go, now that you mentioned it, there was a lot of Catholicism talk. Not that I'm against it. You know me. You know what I said. My catchphrase is basically, if it's entertaining, I don't care. Talk about whatever you want. But the caveat there, and I'm not directing this at Underground America, the new show right here on Murder the Media. I'm just saying the caveat is that you do have to be entertaining. Now, what I'm wanting to know is I'm wanting feedback, since this is the hub show, if you will, the anchor. Not to pull my own chain, a little bit of a anchor joke there, I guess. I don't know. But tell us if you watch these shows, if what you like about them, what you don't like about it. Tell me what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, what you would change, what you would do. I'm probably not going to listen to you, but if you don't say it, how's anybody going to fix it? I don't know. Now, speaking of fixing things, y'all got to check this out. It just came in. They just delivered it. Sweet, brand new desk. Custom desk, white, gold, super shiny, really beautiful.
Is that mahogany? Is that the...
It's actually ABS plastic. ABS plastic. And it's set up to where it hides all the ugly stuff nobody wants to see, the mouse and the phone. See, it's all still here. It's just behind my sweet, brand new desk. My sweet, brand new desk. That's right. The one right here, right in front of me that I'm touching right now. We use your money for good.
What's up? What's the story with the bling?
I've been wearing this for the last 2 weeks. This is my lion's head. It signifies freedom and fighting for freedom and never losing your pride. Get it? Because it's a lion. See what I did there? Speaking of pride, let's get right into this. Hershey's, chocolate commercial, Canada, trannies. Can't say that, but I am. Go.
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the executive director of Wisdom to Action. We can create a world where everyone is able to live in public space as their honest and authentic selves. See the woman.
That's the look on my face if I saw these people in public. That's how I would laugh.
Changing how we see the future.
I'd be pointing.
At Hershey's Canada. My name is Faye Johnstone.
So it comes down to Hershey's. Hershey's is now joining the fight. Joining the fight to help replace women with men with tits. So thank you, Hershey's.
Who did that? Like where it was like the anchor, the new, maybe it was like a late night guy where it was like the gay. Oh, maybe it was the fucking. Oh, never mind. It was somebody on YouTube. Where
I
they
love
would
when you
start
start
playing
out like that with all that energy and then it doesn't go anywhere.
It was Michael Knowles.
I don't know who that is.
It was
Who's
Michael
Knowles.
Knowles. He's one of the guys that does with the Shapiro, with the Daily Wire. But he did have an interesting bit where they would play a commercial, and he had to, like, before he knew what it was, he was supposed to guess what it was about.
Uh-huh.
You know, you watch that. He's got, like, I don't know what the blue dots on his eye. That's a
I
thing?
saw that, yeah.
And then it's like Hershey's.
Hershey's. Did you notice that? Look at this. I'm going
Yeah.
to turn the audio off so I don't have to listen. Actually, I'm going to leave the audio on because I like hearing his male voice.
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the executive director of Wisdom to
First of all, your name's not Faye.
That's Smile.
It's John. Listen to that. She says, my name is Faye Johnstone. That means that her name is not Faye. It used to be and still is John Stone.
My name is Faye Johnstone.
her name is
John.
John Stone.
John. Oh, yeah, John. Man,
John Stone. That's a
that's
manly
what you
name.
could, like, your name's John, and you come up, and that's what you dream up is Faye Jean. I mean, you live in a delusional, magical land already. So Faye Jean, there you go.
Yeah, you're also about to live in the land of hell.
Man,
For
you know,
going
there's
against
nothing-
God.
You know, I didn't even like Hershey that much anyway. I won't miss it.
I like Hershey's milk chocolate bar. I rarely have them, but I enjoy them. But they're not better than Dove. And these are probably like all shit tier American chocolate. But I like Hershey. But here's what I noticed about Hershey: it's got a kind of a bad smell to it. Is that just me, or have you noticed that as well?
Yeah, it tastes like a bunch of shit, but when you do it with
Yeah.
when you do it with some
Continue.
graham cracker and the freshly toasted marshmallow, bomb.com. It's the concoction, but alone it's just
Now it's the concoction. Hershey's. Speaking of commercials and guessing commercials and stuff, our sponsor has come through with their commercial as we do a live read now for our brand new, get ready for it, you try to guess what the product is, audience. What is it? What's it for? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, by the way, I could still do that. Look at that. You tell me. Ladies and
we
gentlemen,
hit it big, guys.
brand new sponsor, Tom's Jerk Right. Tom's Jerk, this is the live read part. Tom's Jerk Right, masturbatory balm, unscented and USDA orgasmic. Tom's is proud to sponsor the Bill Normally Show with Stover Love. And when you want to jerk right, use Tom's Jerk Right masturbatory balm. Tom's Jerk Right, from the makers of Tom's, not toothpaste. So don't get them mixed up. We don't want to get in trouble. So not Tom's toothpaste.
Who would have thought our first big sponsor was going to be something organic?
Oh, no. I think it's a play on words. If you look closer, we'll play their stuff again. It's actually orgasmic.
It's orgasmic.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda
That's a little
based.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little uncouth, but we love to have you. Thanks for sponsoring the show. I'd like to get a team up of an old school sponsor that used to sponsor all kinds of. I'm going to start that line over because this could be used for a clip. I'd like to get a team-up sponsorship between Tom's Jerk Right and another product that used to be on all these different little podcasts. I feel like they're real supportive of the video podcast community. You might remember them from Joe Rogan, and that is the Fleshlight. Imagine if Fleshlight and Tom's Jerk Right cream teamed up together.
Be a force to be reckoned with.
Let's get into the stories of today. Let's see what's going on out there. Today we got the title of the show here was about this young man. And that is, come on now. Oh no, it's doing that thing again. There we go. Don't mind the video there or anything. What this is about is a transgender athlete wins discrimination case against USA Powerlifting. Here he is. There's that big guy right there. Hey, big guy.
What's up, Haas?
Let's think about what discrimination actually means and how it's not how it's become a bad word, but it's really not. If you take the word discrimination just on face for what it means, it's kind of innocent and justified for a women's powerlifter to discriminate against a man powerlifter because just by nature and by bodily design, the guy, in particularly this guy right here, is going to be able to best the women all the time. Maybe not 100% of the time, but the vast majority of the time. And I bet if we read this story, it'll say something about him being like a champion. Like, we're going to go through the article, and I just want to know how long it takes before we see that he's won a bunch of titles as a woman.
Can we zoom in? I think he's trying to really sell it with like some sort of a camel toe thing going on. I always have to look.
There's a shadow there. There's a shadow there. Let me pull it back up.
I don't know. It looks a little excessive.
We're looking at he's got a black t-shirt on.
Yeah, the nether regions. I'm seeing, maybe it's a shadow on my computer, but it's looking like some forced camel toe situation.
Now I gotta admit that's a pretty soft featured male face, which makes me think that this fella has always been like a little bit soy and doughy. You know what I mean? But
you gotta put a lot of work into it to get some man breasticles like that going on, though. That's like a good C.
No, you could just be fat. You could just be fat. But here's the thing that I want to know is, if you got the bottom surgery as a male to female trans person, right? You get the bottom surgery done, so they slit open. I gotta do something about this mic position. They slit open your junk, right? And they peel everything back and they stitch it all back up. And then you have this just a lifelong, festering, gaping, disgusting cavity that's probably supposed to be used for penises, but probably not going to happen because nobody wants to put their penis in such a...
I heard you gotta kind of put like a dildo in there to like keep the shape.
Yeah, you gotta dilate.
Sleep with it in there.
You got to dilate constantly because it's a wound that's always trying to heal itself. But now I want everybody to picture this. I want everybody in their minds to picture a powerlifting competition. And I don't know if y'all know what a deadlift is. Most people do. It's where you got a real heavy barbell on the floor, right? And you reach down and then you got to pick it up like this, right? Could you imagine just the discharge and the explosion from that wound every time this man without a penis I
imagine
lifts?
As you're deadlifting, someone in the audience screams loudly and dead names you. Imagine that.
Dead. Oh, that's a whole new competition. Let's see what's going on. Let's hear from this poor victim and why he felt the need to enter women's powerlifting. As an obvious man. U.S. Powerlifting lost a 2-year court battle this week after a judge ruled that it had discriminated against transgender athletes. So a guy, J.C. Cooper, which, by the way, I was thinking about this earlier. I understand that is a man and a powerlifter, but I just wanted to throw this out there. I'm pretty sure I could take him. I just wanted to throw that out there. Challenge is thrown out there, sir. U.S. powerlifter lost a 2-year powerlifting lost a 2-year court battle this week after a judge ruled it had discriminated against transgender athlete J.C. Cooper by banning, not her, they need a new editor, him from competing in women's competition. See, they have to write her so it fits their narrative, but you know damn well that's a dude.
Yeah.
The ruling also mandated that the sports organization cease and desist from all unfair discriminatory practices because of sexual orientation, gender identity, and that it will revise its policy related to sexual orientation and gender identity within 2 weeks. Now, when these organizations say that they're going to get something done in 2 weeks, they do it. But the takeaway here is, what needs to happen now is the most brutish, ripped, powerlifting, roided out, crazy men just need to not put on a dress, not wear a wig, not grow their hair out, go to these competitions, claim to be a trans woman or a trans man, whatever the fuck it is, I don't even know, and then go destroy these competitions. Take these rulings and shove them down the world's throat. Go replace women as a straight up man that identifies as a woman. Obviously you don't. It's like the big titted teacher in Canada. It wasn't real. It was one giant troll to show the absurdity of modern Western culture. And that's exactly what it is. So
not all heroes wear gigantic fake prosthetic titties.
Not all heroes have real fake tits installed. But yeah, go enter into these competitions and know that they cannot tell you no. And you can be the most dudish fucking brute and just be like, I'm a fucking broad now. I'm a fucking chick. And then just go destroy.
Funny though. I would join one of those things like, haha, first place coming my way. There's like a space on my mantle for the trophy and I don't even place.
I was gonna say, I don't know, Stover. I don't know about.
But also,
I don't think I could beat some of these broads. I don't lift.
You say he's clearly he's clearly a dude. Like,
yeah.
I look at that and I don't know. Look at some of these chubby SJW women. I mean, he fits right the fuck in. He ain't getting laid just as much as the next.
Oh yeah. This dude is also asexual, but not by choice. He says, I feel mostly relief. He told an NBC affiliate in Minneapolis after Monday's ruling, I think we needed a win here, and it feels good to do that. So just to let you know, it feels good to just beat the shit out of these real women, both in the gym and in court. You lose. And there's part of me that has to say, hey, ladies, it was probably your feminist movement that pushed this along more than anything. I don't think the Pride movement was as powerful. The gay Pride movement was as powerful at pushing transgenderism into the mainstream and replacing your own shit that was yours. Women were mostly responsible, more so than gays. So you're just gonna have to take it for a while until the men just make you look absurd. Which they are. Case in point. So he has a victory. Powerlifting president Larry Mayle. Okay. Come on. Larry fucking Mayle, really?
Does it say anything about like how much he can lift, this tranny fella?
I'm gonna keep going. Like I bet he's won some sort of competition against these broads.
I bet he could at least lift me.
Yeah, probably. U.S. Powerlifting President Larry Mayle said his organization disagrees with Monday's court decision and will be exploring options, including a possible appeal. What do you mean possible appeal? You just appeal it. It's fucking ridiculous. But that's their battle. I don't care. I want dudes to go in there and destroy these broads.
I think it depends on how much attention this nonsense can garner this individual. Then they'll move forward. If they think that he'll be the next Greta Thunberg of fat guy Fupa not lifting in women's sports.
Yeah, I still can't get over the discharge with the deadlift. Our position has been aimed at balancing the needs of cis and transgender women whose capacities differ significantly in purely strength sports. Okay, that's another thing. Not that I even agree with this, but it's still somewhat of a compromise. Think about this. You go, hey, tranny dude guys who just want to compete against women, which is, come on. That's such a cheap way to win. No offense, ladies, but fuck off. And
wouldn't you think it would be like even more empowering to be kind of like this Nancy boy and like beat all the dudes?
I'm getting shit about my microphone cable. Here, I'll do this. Does that make you guys feel better? I'm getting comments. Anyway, so this guy's saying he's willing to have a straight, no pun intended, a straight tranny competition. Hey, trannies, compete against each other. Which, wouldn't that make the most sense? But no, we all got to play the game that no. There's no such thing as trans. There's no such thing. They're just women. They're just women.
I would argue that if the trans, because they want attention, I feel like that's what it's all about. So imagine if there was these tranny Olympics going on, it would easily beat Super Bowls, NFL, NHL. That'd be the only fucking sport I would watch.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right.
I would pay. I would pay.
I wouldn't go that far. I couldn't support
I would
it
pay.
financially.
I would pay. I would fucking pay.
Yeah, why don't they do that? But but again, like I said, the reason why is because of the lie that they are knowingly telling everybody, which nobody believes, but they have to go along with it. And here's why. All you activists, retard, feminist, gay, you've all painted yourself into a corner of accepting the most nonsensical shit. I mean, there's part of me that's a little white-pilled on it for the sake that it's so ridiculous, it's almost like it has to be a plan designed to eventually purposely turn on you. If we've gone down this road, it's going to get way more crazy. And let's say by 2030, ironically enough, by 2030, that was a little nod to, the whole everything's going to explode in 2030 and you're all going to be subjugated by your rhymes with shoe masters. Just imagine the things these people are going to have to accept with a straight face, but know that they ushered in some absolute nonsense. And you're seeing it right here. But let's continue with the article a little bit. Cooper's claims against USA Powerlifting date to 2019 when she filed a discrimination claim. He filed one with the Minnesota Department of Human Rights. I don't think they're human. By banning her and other transgender athletes from competing in women's competition. I'd just like to point this out. I would say that powerlifting is a male-dominated sport, right? I don't think there's any argument about that. And they say, we're the same, these trannies say, we're the same as women. We take hormones and we're the exact same. There's no difference and you're not allowed to talk about it. Show me one actual professional level female to male tranny powerlifter that would even place in any powerlifting competition. I defy you to show me that. And it better be like a real story, not some like local shit competition. Because it's not going to happen. You're not going to have professional level men ever being beat by somebody that used to be, and still is, a woman pretending to be a man. So just remember that when you're trying to defend the idea of a male that now claims to be a woman competing against women. Okay? And if that guy loses to a woman, what a fucking loser.
I got to read a comment.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hit me with that comment.
I think it was in relation to the camel toe comment with that dude. Contra 84 said, a nutsack toe. Oh, goodness. I liked that one. All right, go ahead. I think I got a little bit of a banger for you. I wanted your opinion on this.
Wait, what are we doing? Changing stories?
When you're when you're ready is what I meant to say.
Yeah, hang on. I think we're at the bottom. Then in January...
this tranny is boring me.
Then in January 2021, Cooper, through the Minnesota-based advocacy group, Gender Justice, filed a lawsuit against USA Powerlifting in court. Blah, blah, blah. I was fed up, blah, blah, blah. Look at that. Just, you know what? More than anything, I'm disappointed that this thing is just fat. You're just a fat dude.
I might be 140 pounds of sheer mass, but even I know that if you're going to be doing those squats, you need to be pointing your toes forward. So he doesn't even have good form, and it's like he's putting the cart before the horse. He's like trying to make this big deal. I bet he just sucks. And he's just...
Yeah, let's look at this. Let's look at this form. And I don't
Look at
claim
the-
to be
look
a
at the-
power
look
lifter
at the
or
form.
anything.
I just that looks like you're gonna bust a kneecap.
Yeah, those look like locked knees. It looks like his back isn't straight.
What are those 45s? Is that 345s or what?
I don't know. I don't know enough about
sucks.
weights.
Get him out of here.
Get out of here. Don't worry, he'll get himself
Suck.
out of here soon enough. Okay, so what do you got in the bagels?
That was a good one, Bill.
Thank you.
Alrighty. I wanted your take on this. This was actually, I kind of want to shed a tear, but we're living in fucking clown world, so what do we expect? Recently came out that Mexico City is safer than Miami, Denver, and Dallas officially.
shocker. Big shocker there,
The
everybody.
Mexican capital is better evaluated than the city of Florida, comparing the number of homicides per 100,000 inhabitants. Mexico City is safer than the American cities Miami, Denver, and Dallas, according to the Latino Metrics analysis.
Huh. You know, I've always heard that Mexico City can actually be like very nice. Everywhere's got its bad areas, but like I think that it's important to point out that it's not that Mexico is bad. There's some bad places, obviously. I think Tijuana has over like 1,200 murders a year or something. I don't know. It's a lot. A lot of people die in certain places in Mexico. It's just a fact of life in Mexico. But in the United States, it's just important to know that your country's fallen apart and you have nothing to be proud of. So, yeah, what's your takeaway from all that? And Dallas. And I'm not surprised that they said Dallas because Dallas is, Mexico.
My takeaway is they're not sending their best.
Yeah, it makes you think. I wonder if
They're
all the people
sending
in Mexico City they're like, yeah, send all the people that cause problems to
Yeah.
the United States.
Fuck out of here. Go over to the fuck United States. They'll, you could pretty much do anything.
Zoom in on that. What does that say?
These major Latin American cities are now safer than some U.S. cities. So we've got
Wow, Sao Paulo.
like-
That's a shocker.
Boston, Honolulu, all those Samoans. No Mexicans over there. I'll be honest with you. I don't really understand line graphs, but
Yeah, neither. I'm
all this
colorblind.
tells me is shit's fucked up in America, and
Shit's fucked up. That's
there's
right.
nothing we can do about it.
You heard it
Yeah.
here first, folks. And let me point out some other things that might be kind of fucked up about America. Let's go to this. And by this, I mean whatever this is.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now, I haven't watched this video, full disclosure. I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah,
you
this is
sent
the
it.
one I wanted you to play.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how
Prepare yourselves, everyone. Bill's about to have a conniption.
title this clip, Vil reacts to demon.
Queer people, LGBTQIA+, predate any idea of God. We're present in the animal kingdom.
Pun intended.
You know, if you go prior to the Cambrian explosion, I'm sure there were two amoebas listening to Lady Gaga doing poppers and banging away.
It's not fucking funny. It's not even funny. Oh, let's look at the panel, though. Check out the panel. Now, doesn't that look like Satan personified?
Yeah.
A little bit. Oh, it's called The Project. The Subversion Project. Let's keep it going.
So I think it's hilarious when someone messages me and says, you have to accept Jesus' love or you will burn in hell, because I love Jesus. I love any man who can get nailed for 3 days straight and come back for more.
Now, a lot of people might be offended by that. A lot of Christians might be offended. But what I'm offended at is they let this fucking freak on television to tell a joke that's been around for 30 fucking years. I've heard that so many times.
That's the first time I heard it, but, it did seem like low-hanging fruit.
Pun intended. hanging fruit. Hey, look, hanging fruit on the left. Give it a few months. But the other thing is, now that's a joke. That's how you do a joke. But we can't. God forbid we be offensive. Like they can say, something about Jesus being nailed for 3 days.
But what you just said is hate talk.
Yeah. But
we don't do that on this live stream.
Yeah, old Satan spawn on earth over here is able to say this on television. And by all means, expose yourself to the masses of what an evil cunt you are. I don't care. Put it on out there. And when I say expose yourself, I don't mean your gaping wound. But that said, too, I am tired of this non-committal. I'll bet this dude still has a dick. Bet he still has a dick. But anyway,
Show us your mangina now.
But yeah, you're able to just put, I don't know what television show that is. Is it a morning show? Is it a night show? I think you just muted your mic, Stover. Did you?
Yeah, I did, so we didn't get the crack of my seltzer as I popped her open.
Just crack it, dude. Just crack it. But no, I just was making sure because I can hear like your ambient noise and then it cut out. I was like, uh-oh.
Okay.
That could be a problem.
You're worried there's a problem. Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
Got a question, Wal?
Not about that, no.
He didn't understand any of that.
It's fair. I spoke very quickly. Queer people.
This is how stupid these people are. This is how stupid they are. They didn't even get that. They didn't get...
These are your television shows. I wonder who owns that network. Anyway, moving on. Let's go on to next. We got more. The hits just keep on coming when it comes to this type of culture. You wonder where
Are we still in the gay vein? Or the tranny vein? Are we still on that?
It's all the same vein. And that might be offensive to some people, but it's all
Unless
the same
you
vein.
get your dick cut off and have it turned into a
gaping, festering wound. Speaking
It's
of
not the
gaping,
same
festering wounds, openly gay
God.
Maryland Mayor Patrick Wojan, is that how you say that? Wojan? I don't know, don't care.
Yeah.
Was arrested on 56 counts of child pornography. He maintained a strong friendship with former Mayor Pete Buttigieg and was even a regular guest at the White House due to his relationship with the Biden transportation secretary. Come on, load now,
doesn't
baby.
that gay guy have a husband and they have adopted kids?
I'm sure we can get further into it. I'd love to. But just know this.
Oh, my God.
There seems to be a spate of coincidences when it comes to certain people of a certain demographic and those people's relationship to children that seems to be inappropriate and occur at a much higher instance than any other demographic. It's hard to find the numbers because they hide them, but they are out there. And just know that certain children are more at risk by being around certain people. Don't shoot the messenger. Go ahead.
Did you ever have any friends like I had one friend growing up in high school. We were buddies. And then one day he told me he's a gay guy. Did you ever have any friends like that? Like you're like, holy shit, he's a gay guy?
Yeah. And I haven't talked to him in a while. I won't say his name or anything, but yeah, I had a friend that like he was a ladies' man in junior high and high school, like constantly dating like the most attractive women that were in the school. And then one day,
gay guy.
I'll get into it. And in a roundabout way, another friend of ours was like on his computer, on the other guy's computer. We'll call him Kyle. He was on Kyle's computer one day and he stumbled across a massive file of gay pornography. And then he told everybody else, he's like, hey, Kyle's computer has all this hardcore gay sex on it. And everybody's like, oh, that's weird. And
it's a good friend.
I don't think anybody confronted him on it or anything, but sure enough, like shortly thereafter, he's like, "Oh, hey everybody, I'm gay. I'm just letting y'all know I'm gay." And then we drifted apart. Like I think I had moved or something. Anyway, I moved back and I had talked to him again. I met him in Walmart actually, and I didn't set it up to meet him there. He was working there, and I bumped into
glory
him.
hole
And I was like, hey, Kyle. And he's like, hey, what's up? What are
You
you
like
doing?
Walmart too.
And I go, Kyle, you didn't used to talk like that, bud. Is that,
Yeah.
so it's not, you know, I'm going to
My buddy, he never adopted the gay list, but definitely from when him and I used to go and chase ladies together in our early 20s and late teens to like the last time I saw him before he kicked the bucket.
he died.
Yeah,
Can I guess?
guess they found him.
Was it AIDS?
I think it might have been an overdose or something. I didn't really get the full story. Him and I
Overdose of
were on
AIDS.
good terms. He kind of screwed me out of some money.
Oh,
and then I was like, well,
okay.
with the lying and the money and the gay, I'm good with you not being my friend. So then his brother called me one day to be like, asking me to go to the funeral. I'm like, I haven't talked to the guy in like a decade. I felt for him, but what I noticed is out of all the gay people, and I've worked with cool gay dudes, you know, like get your back, cover your shifts, not like go tattletale and stuff. Like just, I've gotten to know some people, but all of them I've noticed as I started kind of being interested in this, I would kind of ask questions. And damn near, I think every single one I've ever talked to was molested as a child. Every single one.
Yeah. That seems to be a very common theme that I've noticed and other people have noticed, and it just seems to be part of it. Anyway, speaking of molesting children, Pete Buttigieg's best friend, another mayor, he was caught with child pornography. And the thing is, like, it's so common to see people caught with child pornography now. And every time you go, oh, that gay guy with it? A gay guy got found with it? Well, big shocker. But you've almost become desensitized to seeing those articles. But let me reset that being desensitized and knowing that they're probably fucking kids. And people in these positions of power, such as mayors, they have the power, influence, and money to actually accomplish that. Keep that in mind when it comes to your politicians. These are disgusting, disgusting people that have a lot at their disposal that's very evil and demonic, and case in point is right here. And I can allegedly guarantee that both of these individuals are interested and have probably molested children.
Pete Buttigieg's children, I bet. That's what happens is you get all these people in these, and I think I'm going to steal your funny terminology.
Just do it,
when
man.
they get when they get put in these government positions, they get put on a pedo stool. And they're just running these underground pedophile railways, you know, to ruining otherwise happy children's lives.
Speaking of that, have you ever heard anybody say gays can't reproduce in the traditional fashion, so it might be some evolutionary reproduction thing to where they've realized if they molest children, those children are the ones that tend to be homosexual when they grow up. And it's like, I think that there's something to that.
Yeah, and when you've spent an entire lifetime lying to yourself, what's one more, you know? Like, hey.
Jesus. What else do we got, bud?
Well, while we're on this vein, I'm going to go ahead and move this one here. And
You want me to pull up this Super Bowl video while you're pulling that up?
I got it right here. It'll be 1 second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is.
Resumes including they or them pronouns are more likely to be overlooked. New
What?
fines. Huh.
Hold on.
What? They'd be the first ones you'd want to hire, I thought.
Get ready to read that, okay?
Okay.
Breaking news. It turns out that, where's that headline again there, bud? We'll get this down one day. We'll have this figured out one day. Go.
Resumes including they and them
Great time.
pronouns are more likely to be overlooked. New report finds.
Oh, look at that young lady. Not fooling anybody, sweetheart. All right. Read it up. Let's go.
Inclusivity shouldn't just be present in the workplace. It should be practiced during the hiring process as well. But unfortunately, non-binary job seekers are facing clear biases during their job search. According to a new report from business.com, a business resource platform, over 80% of non-binary people believe that identifying as non-binary would hurt their job search. And
Now,
51% believe their gender identity has affected them.
let me ask you this, Stover, real question. What do you think the reason for that is, like the real reason? What's your opinion that they're being overlooked for putting they, them in their resume?
The fact that they can't even accept the fact that they've been graciously allowed to ruin women's sports without bitching about it.
See, I think that's probably part of it. There's probably some bit of discrimination, justifiable discrimination, based on these people just being fucking insane. But I think more importantly, more pervasively, if you will, employers know these people are going to do nothing but cause fucking problems. They go, if I'm going to hire this asshole that puts they, them in their fucking resume, I'm looking at lawsuits. I'm looking at constant sexual harassment claims. I'm looking at having to show up to the office every fucking day and pretend I believe their lie. And I can't do it, and I'm not going to do it. I think that's probably the main reason. They don't want to put up with their shit.
Yeah, like what do these guys spend their days doing? Like, like testing the pH balance of the water cooler to bitch about the water, or like
looking
just
at
random
child
shit like that.
pornography, sir.
That too, always that. Every day with that. Phantom resume. What the fuck is a phantom resume? Here it is.
It's just another made-up thing that they throw out there to push these articles. And anyway, whatever.
I mean, I just think it's funny, these articles, you know, like I'm assuming, I mean, it looks like an NBC type affiliate where NBC's so hated they need to call it something else. Like
they need to make it something else.
Yeah, exactly. You would think that these people are like, you know, like trying to like make it seem like everyone should get on their cause, but it's just, you're just proving everybody's point, bud.
Yep, there you go. There you have it. And that's about the end of the show, everybody. We did 42 minutes for you, and it's not over yet, but we're winding down. So I'm going to have Stover check the comments on YouTube and Rumble and see if there's anything worth reading. There's usually not. Oh, before I forget, we had an internal poll done with the internal poll. Hey, where'd your camera go? Anyway, it's looking like the board wants you to start at least attempt to wear a suit or a sports coat. Just throwing that out there. Pull one out, just see what happens. Let's see how it looks. And we're also going to change your background. We're going to move you out of the bunker, and we're going to move you into a production studio. How's that sound, bud?
Yeah, we'll talk numbers if the salary matches, you know, everything.
Absolutely.
I'll put on like a gold chain or something. Yeah.
Whoa. I got this gold chain, by the way, from the company for doing such a good job and being a lion for the cause. That's right. Yeah. Any good comments, by the way? Did you find any?
I mean, I think all the comments are good, especially the ones about me.
Bang them out.
Kevin looks great. Don't make him wear a suit. Suits are gay. They're making Kevin feel uncomfortable and itchy. Not all pedophiles are fags, but all fags are pedophiles. Boom. Sadly. Very well said. Okay. Ruru in the house. I love you, Ruru. I can't read that.
Can you read it if you censored it? Say blanking. Say blanking. I haven't seen this comment.
No, it'll just start another war. It'll start another war.
Oh, God. No, wait a minute. Right. Wait a minute. Let me just stop and ask. Is this about that club that you may or may not have been in? Is it one of those things?
Yes.
Oh, hold on. I got a comment for that. Fuck off. Anyway, any other? Are you checking Rumble? You're checking YouTube, all that stuff? Because I want to include the audience. I really do. And by the way, audience, I don't know if it's probably not available on YouTube, but YouTube blows and they suck and we're going to get kicked off of there anyway. And I know that. So if you're on YouTube only, please join our Rumble channel. And I wish I knew the link for that, but I don't. I think you just go to Rumble and all one word you search for, Murder the Media. No spaces. Murder the Media. And another thing we're going to start doing, especially on the longer Sunday shows, we're planning this out. Stover and I were talking about this. Because we're going to get kicked off of YouTube, one way we can hedge our bets against that is to start the show on Rumble and YouTube, right? Then before we get into the real hard-hitting stuff that you're not allowed to talk about, we're going to end the stream on YouTube and invite you over to Rumble, where we can use more crass language. We can call certain people certain things that YouTube might be offended by. Talk about stories that you're not allowed to talk about on YouTube. Say facts that you're not allowed to say on YouTube. Just spit mad hate facts, to quote a friend of ours. So we're going to start implementing something like that soon. But if you're on YouTube, if you're on Rumble right now, and you haven't already, please like the show. Please subscribe to the channel. Do all those things. That's cliche that I don't like to ask you to do. But we got to do that because we got to build this up. Because let me ask you this. If you're watching for the first time or you haven't subscribed, who else is doing this? Who else is doing this? Come on. Come on. Show us
Nobody.
some love. Help us out.
Somebody's got to pay for my suits. And by the way,
You said
Bill
you already
with the
have
suits. I'm looking at this, and if I were a betting man, I bet that you picked 1, 2, 3, 5 people that we both knew and said, hey, go in and throw a comment about Stover wearing a suit.
I
before the
think it
stream. You
has
did that.
something to do with your T-shirt right now, bud. We have an image to maintain, is what the board was saying. They said, hey, yeah, it's a dirty T-shirt, pal.
Does it say trannies for the win? No, it says Christo-fascist.
Who's Christo?
I think that's pretty based.
Who's Christo? Because if you're
I'll
going to
explain it to
say
you
this is about Christ and Christ being a fascist, then I believe your shirt is mistaken. And I'm not saying that Jesus was or wasn't a fascist. I'm not getting into the conversation. What I am saying though is that it would be Cristo-fascisti. So get your
I'm
shit
just
right
saying,
if you're going
though,
to make a shirt.
one of us looks more like that guy with blue eyeshadow than the other. And it ain't my oily Christo-fascist shirt. I'm saying that.
All right. Well,
But
I'm just letting you know if the board
maybe we'll
if the
talk.
board makes a decision, then make the decision. We'll talk about it.
What
later,
type-
okay, we're boring.
All right,
people
we'll talk.
right now.
We'll talk. No, they love when we fight.
That said, everybody, don't forget that today's show has been brought to you by Tom's Jerk Right. Tom's Jerk Right Masturbatory Balm is the best jerk cream on the market. Potentially the only jerk cream on the market. If you don't know what a jerk cream is, then trust me, you're going to want to try it out and change your life forever. Don't jerk with the rest, jerk with the best. Tom's Jerk Right Masturbatory Balm. And with that said, we're going to get out of here. If you finished all the comments, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Are we good to go?
We're good to go, Bob.
We're good to go. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Again, like and subscribe and donate to our friends who are in prison. Are you really about this revolution? Are you really about this change? How about you support the people that really tried to make a difference and got locked up by this shitty, treasonous, traitorous, shithole government? Those people would be Nick DiCarlo and Nick. Go ahead.
If this video gets 1,000 views by our next stream, I'll wear a suit on the next stream. Promise.
I don't think you get to make those rules. Sorry, bud. That said, we're getting out of here. Hopefully Stover will join us again on Sunday. Next week, we got a big interview coming up. A guy's name is Perry. He's a big sensation, big hit on Twitter. So sorry for forgetting the second name. I apologize. I shouldn't have even done that promo. Somebody cut that out because it sounds like I just screwed it up. But anyway, that said, support our friends that you're going to see here at this intro on their Give, Send, Goes. Nicholas DiCarlo and Nicholas Oakes, 2 political prisoners, sentenced to 4 years each for reporting at the January 6th Capitol sightseeing tour that went a smidge too far. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday at 7 o'clock. I don't know if it'll be a long show because I am totally gutting my car's air conditioning system and replacing it. And I'm not going to get it done that day. But if I start early, maybe I'll start the show at 7 and we'll just pound some seltzers or something. Good night, everybody.
Manly.
See you next time.